Hello, this is Mrs. Neubauer, and let's work on our penmanship. What do snakes write at the bottom of their letters? Love and hisses. Our lesson goal for number 9 is to write the entire alphabet from memory. So before we do that, we're actually going to practice just writing alphabet from A to Z, and then you're going to flip your paper over. So included in your worksheets today is our complete alphabet with our uppercase, which we're going to get to soon, and our lowercase. So you can see we have our circle and our vertical line and a circle, depending on your letters as you go. So this is just used as a reference tool, so that way that if you ever get stuck, you're like, oh, I can't remember how to make a K, you can look at this instead of flipping through all your worksheets. Okay, so remember that we want to give me L each time you're working on your penmanship. So your head's nice and straight, shoulders back, back straight, and your arms are resting nice and flat on a nice work surface, and you're not going to bump anything. If you haven't already, you can warm up. Otherwise, when you warm up your fingers a little bit. Okay, so make sure you have your 9A alphabet large. What we're going to do first is trace over the lowercase letters by staying in the lines. And then when we're finished, we're going to try to write the letters from memory. So first step, just like we've been doing, practice your letters. So I like to write my letters in threes. So the first one, you're just kind of like, oh yeah, I have an A. Your circle, your vertical line. The second one, you're like, all right, I got this. I'm going to make it a little bit better. Circle, vertical line. And the last one should look like the best one of the three. Sometimes that works out, but usually it does. So by the third one, when you practice, you should be good. Same thing for B. That's our cousins. We have our vertical line all the way from the top and bottom, nice and straight. Try to stay in that line, and then we start from the vertical line and make our circle a little bit different. Okay, we're going to write the entire alphabet. All right, back to our circle sibling. C. 1, 2, 3. Good. And then you're going to go through and practice all the letters from A through Z. Now, the second part you're going to practice is to write the complete alphabet just one time. So you got one letter, make it good. So we have A, got our circle again, and our line. All right. B. Good. C. And so on. Just one at a time. Okay, so this is kind of like our warm-up. You're warming up, getting used to seeing your letters. And so on and so on. You do have a little space right here if you want to start practicing your name or something. That's fine. The second thing for you to do today is to get the 9A large from memory. So now you're going to write the lowercase letters from memory, from just lowercase, remember, A to Z. And for hints, you can remember the group name. Now I want you to make sure you have this sitting next to you that you flip it over so you can't see it. No reference sheet. Okay, so you're going to work from A to Z. So say them in your head, say it out loud. A for apple, and a vertical line. Good. B for berry. And C, so you're trying to see them. The nice thing about this is hopefully you've done enough where you can see it kind of in your brain right now. It's in your head. You're like, oh yeah, I know what that looks like. And eventually you're going to start seeing it on your paper. Now, if you're not doing, if your letters aren't as equal as mine, it's because I've been doing it a long time. I've been writing letters a long time, so we're going to work on that in our next lesson. So if there's more space here and less space here, that's okay. You're getting used to it. We got our E, remember we have that horizontal, and then our curve. Okay, so you're going to keep practicing through the whole alphabet, all the way. The next thing I have for you today is to work on different sizes. So not only are we going to write the memory, our alphabet from memory, remember that's our goal, we're also going to work on different sizes. So you can see the size we just worked on our large, and we have our medium. So 9B is a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller. So you're going to slowly start practicing your letters a little bit smaller. So same thing like we did for A, you're going to try to do 3, so you're going to trace with me. Now it's a little smaller, it might be actually a little bit easier. When you write letters bigger, it's a little bit harder to get your fingers moving around. And then now that we started a new sheet, make sure you're still giving me L, nice straight back. Shoulders are back, you're not hunched over. Make sure you're not clenching your hand, clenching your fingers around your pen, writing tool. Okay, you're going to write smaller and practice. The next thing you're going to do is to write the full alphabet on your medium sheet. Just like we did on the first one. This time they all fit on one line because it's smaller. And then you're going to flip your paper over and grab your 9B alphabet medium from memory. So you're going to write your letters at a medium size, just like we did on our large. And don't worry too much about the letter spacing. We're going to do that in the next one. You're just doing your best to remember. That was our goal for today. Remember your alphabet from memory. Now, as you do this, you might say, oh, I just can't remember my K. And you're trying to rack your brain. You're like, what is my K? It's okay if you have to look maybe on the first one when you did your large, but hopefully when you start on your medium, you're going to remember your K. Okay, I'm going to finish that up, and you have a next size. Now we have small. So you can see the medium to small is an even less size. So small, once again, you're going to trace over lowercase letters by staying in the lines, and then when you're finished, you're going to write them from memory. All right, so even smaller. So hopefully you've been doing your fine motor skills, you do your warm-up, you do your basic shapes and letter stems, you're getting used to writing, controlling your pen, hopefully a pencil, whatever you're writing with, and you're going to be able to focus on this. So that's why we have so much fine writing, is to build those finger muscles or the hand muscles, because this is the goal. The goal is to write smaller eventually. Okay, and then you're going to flip the sheet over, grab your memory, and start that one, A through Z. Finally, this is the last one, is our wide rule paper. So the goal of the class is to be able to write with your wide rule paper. So paper that has lines, that we don't have the dashes, we don't have spaces. That's what we call wide rule paper. Once again, you're going to trace over your letters, get smaller and smaller. Oh, it's so small. I still have my circle. I still have my vertical line. Try 3 with me. Practice. Good. Once you get through your 3s, you're going to do 1. And then you're going to flip your sheet over and do yours from memory. Last one. So this lesson has a lot, and you're going to be able to really focus. Remember, we're going from our large. You can see the wide rule is it's smaller than what we half size that we practiced. Okay, so just recall that the goal is to write on our wide rule paper. So today was the first time I had you have to write from large to the wide rule paper. So this is what I'm talking about when I say wide rule paper. So what you're going to work on at home is you're going to work on your large, you trace over yours, and then you're going to do your memory, then you're going to do your medium, and do memory, then the small, do memory, and finally you're going to work on the wide rule paper. So I feel like we accomplished our goal for today of hopefully writing a whole alphabet from memory. All right, remember to keep practicing and progress over perfection.